Failed negotiations have resulted in some workers at Casino Woodbine being locked out. Picket lines are now set up outside the main entrance of the building. Last week, casino employees, represented by the Public Service Alliance of Canada, voted to reject a proposed offer, leaving both sides at an impasse. For more, we're joined live this afternoon by Theo Lagakos. He is the president of PSAC DCL Local 533. Theo, thank you for joining us this afternoon. So what are the main issues here? I mean, this lockout suddenly here, what's happened at negotiations to get us to this point?
Well, we have 50% of the workforce over here that's part-time. And for the longest time, the workers want to have at least 3 days, 3 shifts per week in order to maintain their standard of living. And the employer is not budging. They don't want to guarantee any hours of work, and that's extremely problematic to people. We feel that these jobs are very precarious in that way.
Did you expect this move by management to lock you out today?
Well, they actually told us that they were going to lock us out in the second day of bargaining. So when we were at the bargaining table, they already gave us a deadline and told us that they were going to lock us out while we had weeks and weeks to negotiate. So they already had this pre-planned, predetermined.
It sounds like you're getting a lot of support from the people honking behind you there, Theo. What does this do now to negotiations? Are you back at the table, or how has this changed that dynamic?
It's early to say right now. So we've been locked out not even 24 hours. It's been since midnight.
Is there any indication, though, that more talks could resume, or is there a timeline, or you just really at this stage don't know?
Well, at this point, it's really up to the employer. They're the ones who have locked us out. They're the ones that are not coming to the table. So we're just going to wait out here until they decide to change their mind.
Okay, so what does this actually mean to the ongoing the operations at Woodbine casinos now?
I really don't know, because we're not allowed to go in the casino itself. I just want to make sure that from our side, everyone who works at the casino has to have an AGCO license. So I hope the employer is not bringing in any workers or scabs from the outside that are not registered with the AGCO. The union would be very, very concerned if they tried to do something like that.
Theo, what do your members do at the casino? What range of work do they do?
They do everything from table dealers to cleaning staff to customer service to cashiers. We have 945 members.
Okay, and Theo, you know, recently PSAC was able to negotiate deals with the federal government when it came to, you know, the public, workers with CRA, for example, et cetera. Is there any momentum that you can take from those negotiations, or is this all? I realize you're not necessarily connected to the same union, but in terms of the strategy and bargaining power that seemed to be achieved by those 155,000 odd workers just a couple of weeks ago in Ottawa.
Here's the major difference between public sector workers and private sector workers. Most of the people that I represent are closer to the minimum wage. They mostly make closer to the minimum wage. So the employer that makes what, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9 million a day are telling us they can't move those wages. You know, I find that very, very problematic. And the fact that they have a monopoly. This great Canadian, or maybe not so great Canadian corporation, has a monopoly in the GTA, so they can certainly afford to pay fair wages to the employees.
Okay, I hear what you're saying there, Theo. I'm curious, if people did show up to Woodbine Casino and you're locked out, are you preventing people from going in, or your members preventing people from going in? What happens there?
Well, we're on the picket line, so I think anyone who has been to a picket line situation understands the rules, but we're asking the members of the public to support working class people like themselves, because all we want to do is make a fair wage so that we could support our families. So hopefully we could have the public support behind us.
Okay, Theo Lagakos is the president of PSAC DCL Local 533. Appreciate you joining us live this afternoon. Thanks for the time.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you.
Okay.